people.
So, we're back.
Wait, back again.
Okay. Oh, no, we're not. We're just doing this. I don't know.
We just never stop talking.
Oh wait,
the podcast where we
should smile more and have fun.
Oh my god!
He used to do that with his license
we have
picture.
no idea what we're doing.
He used to do that with every one of his license pictures. Do you have that done now?
Yeah, they all saw it.
They see
Yeah,
it?
I've seen
I
it.
see what. I see.
But he used to have
His
really
license
long
photo
hair.
is
He used to look
that
like,
face.
he used to look like Charles Manson, all coked out. He had his hair all down. It was so funny. They would refuse to take the picture,
Yo, we're not taking it.
No.
and they would be like, "Stop!" And he'd be like, "Okay," and then they'd go to take the picture again, and he would just real big old smile, like the most crazy smile he could.
Let's see your impression of it.
I don't want to do it.
Come
I
on.
don't want to make
You're so shy.
Right.
Do Chad's face.
I don't do chest face. I want to punch chest.
Do you want me to see my impression or not? I gotta get up and pull my pants down.
It's on my ass. Remember, you're getting that tattoo.
Yes, I'm getting his face tattooed on my
No,
ass.
you said
And it says
Chad
Chad
eats
eats here. Yeah, but your face
oh,
is
my
You
face,
saw
too?
Chad's butt before?
no.
I don't know.
You
That's
haven't?
what this is sounding like.
So you tell me y'all snitch on this on you never
He does
said
have
that.
two assholes, though. I do know that
He don't got no fucking two assholes.
Well, how do you
I
know
do
that if
not.
you've never seen it?
I do not.
because he had surgery performed, so he would get a second asshole.
No, I did not.
Yes,
Fell
that's
on-
exactly the way it happened.
I fell on a hook.
So it's one of those. Okay.
He's not
It's
lying.
impaled.
I was gonna
This is
say,
a good place to start.
It's
The
not.
world needs to
It's
know
not
the
really.
story.
I mean, can
You
I
want to tell
talk
the story,
about
or do you
that?
want me to tell it?
There's
All
a
right,
lawsuit.
who are these people?
You
Love
want
how
me
we
to
were
tell you the
starting to start, and then we're like,
The guy-
let's just start right now
the
talking
guy-
about nonsense
The guy with the
immediately.
hook was at work. You know the U-Haul
the guy
trucks?
with the hook.
The U-Haul trucks, they have the
Yeah.
paintings, the murals on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
His job was to touch the murals up. And he was laying on a scaffolding. And they asked him to come down off the
No,
scaffolding.
You?
I was on a little short ladder like
Right.
this tall.
Oh.
I was 2 steps up, and my lazy ass supervisor came over and he was like, "Hey, can I borrow your ladder real quick?" And I was holding a paintbrush and a cup of paint, and I was like, "Sure." And I stepped down, and the ladder wiggled, and I fell. But I was like, "Ha!" because I was right there. But I never hit the ground because there was this tire iron that was bent on the wall.
He said
for
a tire iron.
It was a
Remember
tire
that.
iron.
It's important.
And it was up there to hold the hose, the air hose, because
Yeah,
they use
yeah.
that a lot. And I landed on that thing.
With your asshole.
No,
Oh.
on my ass. It
Everybody
was
thought it was his
literally
asshole.
like a 1/4 inch from it.
So your
And
ass.
it went into my fat butt 8 inches.
It's
Wait,
just that deep.
and
I'm sorry, say that
Listen,
one.
wait, he's not done yet. Let him tell
I
His
us.
fell
asshole's
off
deep.
the ladder, and instead of hitting the ground, there was a hook in my way, and it went into my butt cheek 8 inches.
I just wanted,
Oh,
to,
and
I just wanted to hear him say it went
Oh.
into my ass.
He
And
was
I
in
fat ass
pain.
I was
8
hanging
inches.
on the
On the
wall.
wall.
And my supervisor was standing there looking at me, and there was this pipe next to me. So I grabbed the ladder, I put my foot on the bottom step, and I got on the pipe, and I just pulled myself off that hook, and I hugged the ladder, and my boss was like,
Nobody helped you.
"Did that go up your ass?" And I was like, "Call 911." And when the ambulance came, they was like, "All right, you got to get off the ladder." I was like, "No, take it with us.
Take it with
I'm
us.
not coming down. Look what happened last time."
I got a call from the hospital, him telling me that story. He's laying on a bed, right? And he's screaming because people are coming by. He's got his ass up in the air.
Yo.
And people are coming by looking at him. And they're making fun of him and laughing.
They would.
And I
They
can hear
don't-
the people.
Were you like
My ass
laying
was
on
just-
your stomach, just like,
Yeah.
And he's yelling, "Get the fuck out of here!" at the top of his lungs.
They were like
Yo.
coming. You could hear the curtain open, and they go hee 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 because my ass is sticking up, and I'm bleeding everywhere. It's like I'm soaked in blood.
so who the fuck is laughing at you when you're
I don't
in
know,
this
like,
position?
I was.
Nurses?
The first thing, I was like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah." "You're okay?" "Yeah, I'll be all right."
And finally, they
"You're dual
said,
exhaust."
Oh, yo.
Chad Buttholes.
They
I have
say-
him in my phone right now from years ago as Chad Buttholes. I said he had dual exhaust, he was
Double
double-barreled,
barrel,
there
yeah.
was a ton of jokes.
I want to see.
I played the hockey game, like the EA Sports hockey game. I named all of my people.
Yo.
Chad, all Chad's different
Chad Buttholes.
Buttholes names.
mm,
Once I knew he was okay, we made fun of him. I'm
was
still
that
making
okay,
fun of him.
though?
How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I still make fun of you for it.
My spine still
That's a
hurt.
good story.
Yeah.
I love how
Yeah.
none
I
of us-
mean, it's
I'm
not like,
done
oh, that's
yet.
good
All
that
I
that
wanna know
happened.
is
So
is
finally
what
this-
has he done to people in like a past life that
A
God
lot,
is like,
I
oh,
must
that's
have.
not enough punishment. I need
No.
to stick a hook in this guy's ass and give him a second asshole.
And when I got home from the hospital, my mother was all pissed at me, and she was like, "You were just trying to get out of work early." And I
You
was
think
like,
I won't
"Oh
do
yeah."
that?
I was like, "How am I gonna get out of work? I know. I'll impale myself on this hook."
8 inches in the ass.
8 inches.
So finally, these 3 Asian doctors came in,
So Chad got
and
a
they were
fatty.
talking there. I was like, and one of them leaned down,
No,
and he
he
was
did.
like, "We're going to put a hose in your butt and fill it with the air, see if you have a leak." So they were like,
Oh,
they
God.
pumped me up like a tire, and my stomach was full, and they were like, "Okay, it's not bubbling out your wound, so you're okay." And I was like, "My stomach hurts," and he's like, "Don't worry, you'll pass the gas."
No way.
So I go home, and my stomach's still huge, because guess what? I can't fart, because I just shoved this huge fucking tire iron through my ass muscles, and I can't just hurt.
Okay, really, if
Don't
you
do
fart
that.
though, is it
I'ma
not more
laugh.
stomach
It also,
muscle?
you got to tell him everything. A piece of his
He's
sweatpants.
making sure. Don't tell them
A piece
everything.
of his
How much more is
sweatpants
there?
and a piece of his boxer shorts ripped off and were pushed up into the wound. And they didn't
Yeah.
clean him out. They didn't know it was up there.
So
it
it's
got
still in there?
infected.
For a year and a half.
His ass was leaking, and didn't your father have to like wipe it for you?
No. Yeah, when I crapped. I was like,
You have to tell the truth, dude.
I couldn't get.
Your dad's
poop in
gone.
the-
He's safe.
I would call him from
Only her
work,
would be
and
the
I'd
one
like,
that's
"I'm gonna
embarrassed."
take the shit."
Yo.
All right, coming home, bud.
Oh my God.
But I went home, and my mom was giving me all these concoctions to make me poop. And I wouldn't eat, because I was like, "There's no way I could shit. I'm
Yeah,
not
you were
eating."
fucked up for a little while.
And it hurt so bad, and then I started to feel all fucked up, and I was like, "Mom, just stick a straw in my butt, it'll let it out."
Oh my God.
And I had to go to the doctor every couple days because he was sticking these matchsticks up my wound.
So you have like a lot of experience with sticking things up.
Yeah, I was
your
gonna
meat.
say that.
This
And then I
episode-
got infected,
Yeah. Nah,
and I
very.
ended up in the hospital.
I like it.
I used to
Not a
tell him all the
virgin.
time that he had a second asshole installed so you get fucked up the ass more. 2 guys at a time.
That's
Oh
it.
my God.
So
Got
they
a
finally
two-lane
took me
highway.
to Yale, and they mapped out my butt wound. And then
He said,
Ugh.
You get a lot of butts.
I'm
there,
sure you
man.
wanted to do this
Oh my
today,
God.
huh?
But I got to watch it, so it's kind of cool. Cause
Oh,
they
like on a
just-
camera thing? or
Yeah, they
something?
just stuck like a tube in there and pumped in the dye, and they were watching it, and I was like, "Oh, it's pretty cool," because it's winding, and all of a sudden I was like, "Oh," and it spread out, and they were like, "Oh."
did they ask you if you wanted to see it, or they just put it there and said,
No,
"You
they
better
just put it
watch
there,
this"?
and they were like, "Oh, we're afraid you might have a hole in your colon," and I was like, "Okay."
Uh-huh.
And they did one of them, camera up your butts,
Yeah.
but they didn't put you to sleep back then.
Yeah, well, luckily you
I
had
don't-
a 2-lane highway.
And they
Sometimes don't
drugged
do
me
that.
up like the night before.
You probably drugged
I
yourself
got
up
this
before you got
test.
there.
and told my dad I had to douche my ass.
Yeah.
And I had this girl
Clean it out.
over, and my dad's like, "You got to do this," and I was like, "Bro, I'm not doing that." I was like, "I don't give a fuck what they say." So they had me on the table. I made them drug me up as much as possible because I was like, "You are not doing this to me unless I am fucked up," and I was.
Oh,
And they
good.
shoved this camera up my butt that had to be like this wide,
No way.
and the TV
Or
screen
felt
is
that
right in
way.
front of you, and you're watching your asshole as they shove it up, and it would come along like this weird brown spot on the side, and I'm like, "It's cancer," and they, and I heard him. My father was right there because I was like, "You're gonna be here for this. I'm not doing this alone," and they'd be like, and my father was like, "Well, he wouldn't let me do it." And then they turn on this vacuum to suck because it was poop. And
They
it'd be like,
vacuumed your
"Vroom."
poop out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I want to do that.
You got
And you
shot
could feel
back.
it, like suck your colon shut, and you
They
could hear
shot
the
back
poop
your
go.
asshole.
And then they
That's
travel further.
Well, I'm sure you're not the
Crazy.
first person to not do the douche.
So it
They had
ended
a
up.
shot back ready.
They filleted my butt cheek open,
Ah.
and they dug in there, and they found a bunch of fibers from my
And
sweatpants.
they got
And they
it.
cleaned out the wound, and they put
Good job, Yale.
They put in a drain and the internet out so they could pump in saline to the
Yeah,
pocket and close it that way.
This is
So I have
much
2 spots
detail.
on my butt
Ah.
that looks like a vampire bit me.
Oh. But it's just
How
one.
the fuck do you know?
Oh, it's the in and
Because
out
I've
one.
seen it.
How? Somebody take
I
a
saw a
picture of your
picture,
asshole
yeah.
for you?
Can I
Okay.
see it?
Not my asshole.
Can I see it?
Maybe. You tattoo my butt.
Ah.
You could tattoo
No, I just
some
want to look at
blood
it.
coming out of it.
You said what? Oh,
Tattoo
vampire
some
bite?
You could write
That could be
Dracula.
the thumbnail to this
Yeah.
episode, just your
Oh,
butt cheeks.
I would definitely do that. Like make it
But you
look
have to
like
be
a
in that
real
same position you
vampire,
was in the
like
hospital, though.
blood dripping out of it.
You have to be in that same position, though.
Yeah.
So see, there was a good start. Chad's asshole.
They had me.
Yeah.
They
I like
knocked
it.
me out for
Nice
it, but
and
when I woke
spicy.
up, my leg
Our
hurt
advertisers
like a
gonna love it.
motherfucker, and I
Yeah.
was like, "What did you do to me?"
Can advertise like
They're not
microwave
cringing
cream
at the
or
story of the
something.
hook
Look
going
at your
in his ass.
transcript and just know.
They stuck my foot up here,
That's my favorite part of that.
and
Is
I
when
was like,
people were
"Bro,
telling
my
the
foot
story.
doesn't
The
go."
hook going into his ass.
Oh, I know. We had to fight it.
Like I was watching Den's face. He was like, "Fucking." When you heard the hook was going in his ass 8 inches, you're just like, you're just
You're like-
cringing. People cringe at that story. It's
You're
so
the
funny.
luckiest pirate.
That's deep.
It's rough.
You must have been a real asshole. You must have been like Hitler or
Must
something.
have. But when I sat on the hook, it went
been
like
like
right
Hitler.
next to my spine, but it pushed the bottom of my spine, my tailbone,
He's like, wait, he's
off
not
to
punished
the
enough.
left
Here's a
side.
fucking hook in your ass.
So my tailbone's like kind of cocked off.
Oh.
And the only thing they ever said to do was to cut my tailbone out. And I was like, yeah, I feel like you need that. It's like, is that going to fuck up my balance when I go to sit on something? Just
Probably.
keep rolling.
I just thought of a great story. I'm not sure if I should say it. You can edit this shit out if you had to.
Nope.
Yes, you could.
Nope.
About how he was like, it happened to U-Haul. He was like, I'm suing for millions of dollars. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck this shit, right? And you would think he would probably get it if he dragged it out for years and years and years.
Yeah.
I got it now.
But he would tell girls, I'm going to get millions of dollars.
Yo.
They came out of the woodwork. He had himself some fun. Some girl drove from Ohio to meet him in a hotel with a hot tub.
Oh, my God.
She had tits as big as your head.
Jesus.
She answered the door completely naked, and they were in a bubble bath. And she's like, "We're not dressed right. You're gonna have to wait." So she closed the door. They got dressed. We came back in the room. They closed the door. If you looked at the door, there were 2 giant bubble spots where her tits were up against the door. Like the bubbles were still there. And me and the other guy just looked at her,
Listen,
looked at the door.
I'm a pioneer. I picked the girl up on the internet before there was an
Fuck, he
internet.
picked her up with, you know what an X-band is?
No. It's
Wasn't
playing.
that an X-band is the
radio?
name of it?
Yeah.
Right, look,
A ham radio in the back across.
It's like when you had a Sega Genesis or a Super Nintendo,
It
you
was
could
a
play
game
online. It's the
console.
first shit.
Oh,
They gave you
I
a
thought you had, like, a
keyboard and you
handle.
could type to people, just emails. He picked up some chick and got her to drive from Ohio over emails on that thing.
Did you send her a photo? What was that
That's
like?
fire.
Do the smile
Well,
again.
Yeah,
They
she
were in
didn't
the hot
have
tub
email.
together.
I had to send it through the mail.
You had to send a photo of yourself.
Yeah, through
You
the
had to
mail.
send through the mail?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Did you leave out anything?
No, I told her everything.
Oh,
You was better off sitting on a bird.
oh, that
or
would
some
have been
shit.
the best
Look.
episode of like 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was a cool chick, though. I'll
She
give her
was.
that.
I liked her.
Let's
I
get
did.
you on there. A casting call for 90 Day Fiance.
She
Find a
was
girl in
cool.
like the Philippines.
I'll
dude.
watch
It's
the
just-
fuck out of that shit.
And she comes over and you're like, hey, something I gotta
I'll just go over there. Anybody want to be American?
Everybody be American.
let's be
Well, I
married.
heard that Mexicans pay like $60,000 to come over here illegally, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, how much are they paying me to marry them?
Right, I'll marry anybody.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah,
Equality.
Okay.
$60,000. I'll be your man.
Well,
I'll be your man.
Yeah.
Shit,
My
that's what we
husband,
should have did
Manuel.
instead of comedy shows. We should have just married a bunch of illegal people.
Yeah.
Got their visas. They could have paid us. We could have paid your house off.
and you could pass her
We're
like
fucking
Mexican.
stupid.
Good.
Yeah.
They probably will.
They only have
back
three
in the
kids,
country.
man.
No, no, we got enough of you drains on the economy here already, sir.
No.
No.
It's over.
I don't want to cross the border because they're gonna be like, yeah, we gotta check this guy's ass.
Watch this.
He looks like he's got a lot of weird places to hide drugs.
Too many holes back there.
He's
Well, plus, like,
he
their
used to
day is
sneak our
probably so
weed into
boring.
concerts all the
Like,
time.
oh, this one's-
In the second hole or the
In his
original
arm.
one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm ruining your thing.
Yeah,
They'll
whatever.
just get a dog
It's
today
legal
anyway.
now.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
What?
But-
Getting a second?
He said
In
in his arm.
in his arm, we used to take a Ziploc bag and put our bowls and our weed when we go to a concert, and he could tuck his arm back into his hook.
Freaking
It's like this. We call it
body
the safe.
pocket.
Don't tell my leg guy, but every time he would cast my arm,
Who's your leg guy? Who are these people who
has a leg guy?
service?
My leg guy.
I can't see it.
Oh, I can't say that. Okay.
But when he
Nickname.
would cast my stump,
Yeah.
it's a wet cast like you would get on your leg.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
wiggle my arm inside there, and he'd be like, "Please stay still," because I'm making room for my drugs in my bowl.
Yeah, but we would go into concerts
Is he in your
and
phone
everybody
as
be
leg
getting
guy?
searched, and we
Yeah.
would be like, "Our shit's getting right through."
Right
Nobody's
through.
fucking-
Do you have an arm
Take
guy?
your arm
They don't
off.
even
Like,
You know what the
what?
worst was? We went through one time, they made us go through the handicap entrance. You were in the wheelchair, right? They searched the shit out of him, but didn't search me at all.
And you
Nothing. They didn't touch me at all. I was just standing
They
there.
knew you were
Normally,
trying.
they don't want to touch me at all.
They thought like he might be, his whole wheelchair might be like, they were like looking at it like it was a bomb.
Like it was a
They've
bomb.
touched a million normal looking guys.
I feel like
they were
they're
like, let's,
looking
I just
me,
got it.
and they
Okay.
make that choice. They're like, if he's got a gun, he can't use it. He's just gonna drop it and probably shoot himself in the leg and problems.
Unless it's made for
They
you.
let us
Or maybe it
in
is a problem.
Coliseum
Like people sneaking things up
without,
and, and
Yeah.
disabled
touching us at
people.
all. Either one of us. We could have had fucking anything on us that night.
Oh
Remember
my
that shit?
god, grenade.
The guy
Where'd
was
we go?
sitting at a desk with his feet up. He was the fucking handicap entrance. Everybody else is going up the stairs in New Haven Coliseum, and then downstairs they just let you take the elevator. Some guy sitting at a desk half asleep. We were like, he's handicapped, and they told us to come through here. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Didn't even take his feet off the desk.
Although you got an AK or a chest.
Come on,
Yeah, I'm
little
just
gimpy
upstairs.
guy.
Today they wouldn't do that. After 9/11,
Oh,
they
nah.
don't do that shit. This
Nah.
was before then.
It's over.
They let you go anywhere with a baby
I
stroller.
invented that. We went to New York.
Now you can't
to,
take anything anywhere.
Where did we
Fucked
go there?
What's
Some
that?
ballroom to see Slayer.
Roseland Ballroom in New York.
We went a couple hours early and we sat in Dunkin' Donuts because they got a big window and we just people watched.
Oh, that was the greatest.
And it was fun. So we went to get in line at the show and it was like way down the road and around the corner. And he was like, well, we better get in line. And I was like, no, fuck that. I'm handicapped. I don't wait in lines. And I walked up to the bouncer and I was like, sir, I'm handicapped and I can't wait in this line.
And this is
One
my friend.
leg.
I'm one leg. This is my son. He on one leg.
And he was like,
That
"All
never
right,
gets
I'll
old.
go get in the line." And I was like, "And my friend's with me. I can't be alone. I gotta have my friend."
Do you know how
He's
many
like,
times
one
I got
leg.
through shit just
And
for
they let
being
you in.
his friend?
Yeah,
Hey.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's
should have a
fun.
handicap friend.
Yeah, leg up.
Just for the parking.
Oh,
No, I'm
got
just,
a
Just
leg
for
up.
the parking.
we
and
go to
back
places.
then, when you went to the amusement park before they had all this fast pass crap, I just walked up the exit,
Yeah,
got on the next ride.
nice.
Talking about a little bit of cripple privilege. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, back then they let us
Privilege.
gimps on the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Now they won't.
We went to the football game at the old Giant
Are
Stadium.
you allowed to go on rides?
No.
No, they won't let them on
None of
rides
them?
anymore.
Nope.
Is there any like one ride you're allowed to go?
Probably like little kid ones.
Could you imagine the teacups? As they
I'd
fling
love to take you up. I'd love to go on the fucking Superman when you sit next to me.
I should
No!
do that. We should do that, and I'll throw my leg out and we'll sue the shit out of him. You said I'd be safe.
Fuck that.
You promised me.
You lied.
Yeah.
Have you ever like wanted to do like something? Like, what's the thing you want to do most? If you were granted like a second leg today, like right now, what would you do? Like, what's the one thing? You have one day. It's your leg day.
He tried to bang some
It's your
girl and then run
leg
away.
day.
Yeah, but my other leg is fucked up. So.
Well, no. You're granted full mobility for one day. What do you
But I
do?
still got gimpy arms.
That would be awesome,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be? Yeah. All you could do is
I'm
run.
like
Yeah, all
this.
you get is legs.
All you get is legs and good hips and knees.
He's like, I would just run as fast as I can.
Before he had a bad hip and needed the crutches, he used to
Run,
run
Forrest.
pretty good. Like
Yeah.
he had a way of doing it. He ran pretty
Especially
fast.
when
He,
the
a lot
cops were
faster than
coming.
you'd think he could. But his legs in the old days though were totally different than that.
We
They
were
were
in
these
field
big bulky
tripping
legs.
once.
They could
Weird.
take a lot more of a
We were
beating.
in his friend's property, and it was like a big field, but there was a road, and we were tripping on acid.
Nice.
And we were just watching the road, and we saw this cop come by because there was a little blue light wiggling. And he got to the end, and he
Wiggling.
turned around, and we saw the light coming across the field,
Man.
and they started running. And I passed them. I was like,
Yo.
You're not telling it right.
Yeah.
Nah. This is
I
how
love
fucked
that
up
you-
this is.
that
have, like,
happened
a-
You
before.
can't tell those stories
Yeah.
out
We
Yeah.
didn't
here.
tell him the
Next
part
year.
where the cop was driving
Right.
by and we're like, wouldn't it be fucked
That's
up if
not
we
how
just
it
turned
happened.
into this field right now?
Oh, yeah.
And he fucking turned and his fucking headlights were pointing right at us and we all ran, right? But what he was doing was just turning around.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he had no idea we were there.
So now
They would
they
chase
play.
us for 1
On
second.
acid, you guys were
No
getting
shit, we were
caught.
going. He was fucking ahead of us. That's the point. That's what
You
he's
guys
trying to
are being
say.
And I started
sabotaged.
out after him because I stood there watching the beam, and I was like,
I'm telling you, he used to run like kind of like, I don't know how he did it. Like he would
Click,
throw his
click.
leg over. It was like a really fast waddle kind of thing. It was like the fastest
I could
penguin
have been
ever.
in the Special Olympics.
He was running it too.
Yeah, he would have fucked
I
the people up
can't.
in the Special Olympics. He was
I
real.
thought you could run. We got a cop to stand there.
He can do, or he used to be able to do a lot more shit, you know, than you would ever think he could. I got him a job working at some place where he was drilling holes through shit. So he was holding a drill. We clamped everything up before we drilled it anyway, but he was able to do all that and then attach all the screws and the bolts and tighten everything up with a wrench and all that shit.
Yeah, I had dexterity back then. Now I'd be like, tink. Oh, I can't tink. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
You can't do shit like you used
Do you
to.
have to worry about Magnets.
Magnets.
Is
I
that
don't
a
think
factor
If I just
at
got a
all?
really
I'm
powerful
like,
magnet, I
yeah.
can stop chatting.
I can magnetize my hook.
Yeah, it would have to be a pretty powerful magnet. What about one of
It
those
was
magnets
I
that pick
had
up the
one of
cars?
those light up things for when I was a
He's going up.
construction flagger, and I was using
He's
it
going
one
up.
foggy day because nobody could see me. And it has a magnet on the end,
Yeah.
and it magnetized my hook
Oh, that's cute.
because I let go of my keys, and one of them was hanging from my hook, and I was like, "What the hell?"
I feel like that'd be pretty useful.
It could
You
be.
won't drop your metal dildos anymore.
Your metal dildos. Oh my god.
He has enough of that.
Denz, you hiding your boner? What are you doing with the pillow?
No.
Chad's hiding his with his drink.
Well, I was talking about the learning about masturbation. He's like, how do you
Learning about it?
He's like, when he learned about it, and I was like, how do you just learn about it?
Well, I was
Like,
watching Blue's Clues one day.
Blue's Clues taught you
Oh
how.
my
No,
God.
it wasn't from Blue's
That's
Clues.
how
I'm like, what
No,
weird fixation do you have?
no,
What
it was
the
when
fuck?
it was when you.
It was like that blue dog.
I'm sure you remember.
Oh,
I was like,
I got a
Grabbed them
letter for
big
him.
ears.
Okay, it's called Ed.
nah.
The Blue's Clues. What about
Blue's
it? I
Clues,
want to
and
know.
then I had-
Yeah, I got to hear the rest of
I
this.
had a neighbor.
Uh-oh, that's even
older.
worse.
Yeah, it was fucking worse.
All right, I told you I'm not sure if I want to hear
This is when Halo first came out, and Xbox first came
Where the
out.
fuck is this going?
I'm letting you
All right,
know.
I'm going to try and
So
stay.
my next door neighbor had the
don't
Halo
worry, this will
game,
end with masturbation.
and he was older than me, so he asked me, "Have I ever masturbated before?" I'm just finished watching Blue's Clues.
Just a nice neighborly thing to ask.
I just learned how to spell.
Hey,
blue.
buddy, how's it going?
You feel me? Like I just learned how to spell blue. You know what I'm saying? I was young,
By the way,
and he showed me.
Oh my lord.
Like he didn't do it on me though. It wasn't.
No,
like,
no,
it
thanks for
wasn't me.
clarifying. That was
He,
okay then.
he just was like, "Yo, you
Hey,
never did it
little buddy.
How old
before."
was he?
Let me show you.
I was probably like 7.
Is this
So
the
you're
kind of
saying your
situation
neighbor
where
is
he
a
should be
sicko?
registered now?
He was probably like he was
Right.
like 12.
Have
Oh,
you
okay,
checked
yeah.
the sex
Yeah.
offender
He
list?
just
He
thought
was
he was
just starting
doing you a
out.
favor.
Yeah, he thought he was doing me
He
a
was just
service.
starting
This is
out.
cool. I
Creepy.
just found this on my body. Here, let me show you something.
So I'm playing Halo.
Before it's too late
You might
for
have the
you.
same
Bro,
button.
I'm playing
but
this shit.
imagine this. Imagine being
He's
12 years
being
old and
off.
then going, hey, that 7-year-old needs to know about how to play with his dick.
Yeah, maybe he was like, I
You
really wish
said it.
I knew about this
You
years ago.
But something's creepy about
It's
that.
definitely
At 12 years old,
You're doing so good. You
Yo,
got me
I'm
hard.
playing Halo.
Ew,
Right?
ew.
Yo, he said it for me. I'm playing Halo, and he got the just like this, beating the fuck out his shit.
get the
I'm
fuck
over here like
out of
this.
here.
I'm
Don't make
like,
eye contact. Don't make eye
Oh,
contact.
God.
what are you doing, bro? He's like, legs is in the air. Oh, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, so I'm finished playing my Halo game, but mind you, I'm curious.
Were you still able to play Halo at that point?
Yeah,
Or
I
you were
was,
just
I was
totally just
7, 6.
fucking
I was
He
worried
didn't
about
know. You
That's
didn't
some
know what he was
serious
even
concentration.
doing.
Yo, so he
You
back
knew
there.
something weird was happening.
No,
Some
yeah, I
dude
did.
next
I
to
knew
you
something
jerking
weird.
off doesn't break his
Bro,
Bro, 'cause how
concentration.
you go
Nothing
from
will.
yeah. So he finished or whatever.
He finished or whatever.
Yeah, like
I mean,
yo,
at 12, you might be shooting blanks. It's just
nah. I mean, nah, I won't get too crazy. We getting recorded, but nah.
The cops are going to show who
You know,
is this guy.
facts. Who the fuck? So anyway,
That's showing
so
7-year-olds.
I was curious.
shooting blanks.
So the next day, I go home and I just happen to think about that what happened that night. So I look at my shit and I'm like, I'm gonna try it, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know you had to stroke it. I didn't know you smack it. I didn't know anything. So the Spice Channel on the hot box. You know when you had on the Spice Channel.
Yeah, but you can't see it, though.
You can't see it, but I saw a
You saw that
little
static?
sound. I heard it.
Yeah.
I'm on the couch. I heard it. I'm like, all right, yeah. You know, you're young. My imagination was crazy. So I just grabbed it. And I'm just like, all right, let me just move.
Wait, are you still 7?
Yeah.
Please
She's
channel a 7-year-old
I
masturbation.
told you I didn't want to hear this.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the
We're
fuck
telling
is this?
stories
You
about
started
7-year-olds.
shifting
I
gears.
started shifting gears.
Oh,
But
my
you know
God.
how many people are probably going to relate to this story?
I already relate to this story.
You know what he's leaving out that sucks, though? When you're a young kid, before you even go through puberty, having to piss used to make your dick
Yeah.
hard. And you'd be like, well, why?
Elias, But it's
I still have why.
Then when you go through
And
puberty
now
and you get the boners for the first time that are for sexual reasons, you're like, but I don't have to piss. What's going on?
What's
Is my
going
dick
on?
broke? Nobody tells you shit. Back then,
listen,
nobody told you nothing.
Jones, years ago, like I say, I'm like, what, 10 now. Mind you, I'm like 10 now. I'm still getting my shit, bro. Still getting my shit.
The ghost of Wank's past here.
And I didn't know what was going on. Like, I didn't know the feeling. Like, I thought I was scared. Like, I really was scared. I'm shaking. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I feel like it was yesterday. Bro.
Am I dying?
I was scared as well. I said, what is this? Like, this is
I
like,
broke my dick.
Ew.
right, brother. Yeah, I was real
911,
scared.
what's your
Yeah,
emergency?
it's terrifying.
Yeah, it was very terrifying. I told my mom all about it.
In
We got her.
You told your mom about it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Told
He
my
was
mom.
scared.
I thought I'd
That's
tell
all
my
I'm
mom
really-
everything. I didn't
We've
tell her
got a
that.
Bro, I told
masturbation-related
My mom was like, just looking like, yo, you gotta talk to your father,
Wait,
man.
I want to know what, like, how you told your mom, like,
Oh my
how
God.
you described it. Like,
So
Mom.
I'm very blunt.
I broke
with
my
her.
dick, Mom.
No, I was like, yo, because she knew I was trying to watch the Spice Channel. Because I used to try to close her door while I'm in the living room. Why you trying to close my door for? I
Are you masturbating?
Yeah.
Damn it, Mom.
I never, because I only got caught. Oh, no, I never got caught. Never.
They
Wait,
knew
how I
it. They
told
were
my
like,
mom.
don't bother him.
Nah, man, nah.
Socks on the
I ain't
door.
never get. Because my father doesn't believe in masturbation.
That doesn't exist.
That's what he told you.
No,
I said it shouldn't.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a pimp. Nigga, I got bitches. I ain't fucking masturbating.
That's what they always say.
Damn.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Then your
He likes
mom
to
gets
some
mad
weird
at him and he's
shit.
sitting in the room going, son of a bitch.
Yeah. No way. But nah, yeah, but
No,
get on
my
track real quick. I showed my father about porn recently. My mom was pissed. Oh my.
Recently.
Yeah. He was watching the fuck out Pornhub. He didn't know.
What is it?
Yo, he said, you can watch this shit. It's on your phone. I was like, yeah, my mom was like, why you show him that shit? I'm
You got to
like,
watch a grown man
Right,
experience
I thought he,
porn for the
I
first
thought he was
time.
a pimp. I thought he
He's
had
never gonna-
those.
he's never gonna talk
he
to
never
your mom
watched
again.
porn before.
Yeah, but he's never seen everything.
No, I showed him some
You
weird ass
ruined
shit.
his life.
Yeah, I did.
He has
His
a
phone
lot.
stopped working. His phone stopped. Yeah, again.
You get all them pop-ups.
Phone just died. But yo, I told mom, I was like, after I did, I was like, yo, because
Sorry.
I used to show her my pubes, everything. It's weird.
It's not weird. That's your mom.
It's mom.
No, it's weird.
You didn't?
No.
You got your first pube?
It's weird.
But it's your
Mom,
if
it's
you
your
trust your
mom.
mom and,
Happening.
and you don't know what's going on, like who are you gonna
I
ask?
figured out
like,
everything by
that's
myself.
one of your parents.
If I'm being honest,
Older brother.
Everything by yourself.
everything by myself.
So you was experimenting on yourself.
I was experimenting. What do you think I was
You
doing?
was.
You're just hitting random
So
things.
nobody told you nothing. You just was like, oh,
I
okay.
kind of just figured out stuff by common sense.
No.
I started smacking my dick.
That's what I'm saying.
I was watching the farm animals.
I slipped.
So
Right.
way they
Hey,
loved
look,
it.
I
that's
rubbed up against something. That was like, oh, that feels good.
That's how that shit. I found that shit for the
So
first
you
time.
were a pillow humper too.
No, I was just laying down. I was laying down
Alright,
watching.
you was a pillow
Bones,
humper.
what's the strangest thing you've...
I was laying down watching TV on the couch. I got a boner.
As this
And then what?
Oh,
It
name's
just.
sake.
You know what happens at the end?
What happened?
It just
It
went off.
didn't just happen.
What
It
happened,
just went
Bones?
off.
No.
It just you just,
It just
thought about it
happened.
real hard,
And
it
I
just,
was like, "There's something
There's
wet
no
in my
way.
pants." And I was like, well, that must be what that is. That's the stuff.
Well, who'd you tell? It was what
I
you
didn't
just
tell
said. It. You
nobody.
just said it.
That's the
You're the
shame,
first
please.
people I've ever told that in my life.
Oh, okay,
And
good.
everybody else that's gonna
Oh my God! All 5 people
In
can
the
watch it.
world.
At my age now, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, listen.
But I'm saying that's how I was like, wait a second.
Mama.
I don't care.
wow.
But then, of course, in the back of my head, I was like,
Blood.
that kind of felt good.
Yo,
How did that happen?
I
And
was
then
seized
I
up.
feel like I
that-
should ask you about your first boner, but that's weird. I feel like that's not.
No, I just
I was
like
seized
hump
up.
Yeah, you're left
pillows.
out of this conversation
Like
a little
normal-
bit.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like a normal person.
It was easy.
I
All
have
you just rub
pillows.
something. Just rub it.
Oh,
I made out.
Well,
with
you
the
know
dog.
what?
My
I
ex-girlfriend
didn't
told me
know
she used
that
to
there
fucking
was
slide
like
down the bed.
Oh my
slide down the bed.
She would do anything.
What?
My ex-girl, I can't say her name. She
No,
would rub
yeah.
up against anything. She would tell me.
Good for her.
Anyway, good for her.
It'd be
When
like
she
that
was like, she
sometimes.
said she started doing that shit when she was like 7.
Did you have a favorite pillow? Like one you took out of the closet when it's time? Like
Oh, it wasn't. It was in my bed at all times. It was a Jolly Rancher pillow.
Do you still have it? You didn't look at it?
No,
You never got it?
It was a Jolly,
Jolly Rancher pillow. Okay.
pillow. But it
It's
was like
no,
one
Denz
of
won't let me
those.
have it in the bed anymore.
It was.
No.
Imagine if I did, and I just told you that right now. You're like, why are you so attached to this Jolly
Yo,
Rancher?
I'm snuggling
Why do you travel with this?
It's-
Awful.
It was one of those ones that has like all the beads in it, and it was like very squishy.
Whoa.
You know what was crazy? Like pillow humping was so much of a thing in my household
In my
cat started doing
household.
it. Yeah, my cat started doing it. Yeah.
My cat.
But he used to get real nasty with it. He'd bite the pillow and just. I used to come out, he's tearing my pillow
But
up.
your-
Raven.
your
By
cat was also
by your cat,
against
do you
you.
mean you?
Huh?
By your cat, do you mean you?
No, my cat.
No, his
You-
cat. You should have
I'm
seen
kidding.
his cat.
Oh, look, I'm like, no,
So
my
you
cat.
thought that.
I don't know. I came on one day, he was
So
biting the
your-
pillow. He
your
was
friends-
getting it. He was
So were you
jealous.
biting your pillows?
No.
Cat
Oh.
sex is violent,
He was
Animal
biting it.
sexes.
but cat sex
So your friend
especially.
Chester.
You should know. You got that. You feel me?
Chester the molester.
Why should
The
they
cat,
know?
the cat has a
Jacking off
spiked
on the pillow.
penis.
Is that why you're
Like
No.
spikes come out of his. Yes, you never heard
The
that?
cat does?
Yes, like when I think when he comes, he's like
What?
he has spikes. Cat has a spikes on his penis. That's why the girl screams her ass
Spiky.
off. Wow.
They have spikes
They
on
have
their
barbed
penis.
Yes,
penises.
yeah, there you go.
Barb.
That's what it's
so
called.
they could stick inside
saying
and
spike.
they can't get away.
They're
Yes.
coming
Oh my
in.
God.
Oh, so kind of like their tongue has
Yeah.
the scratchiness.
Yeah.
It's probably
just-
the same
just-
thing.
So they can't get out. You're
But
pregnant.
that's why when he
Same with dogs.
she screams because he's hurting her.
Ow! Hold
Like, for
on,
real.
baby.
Oh,
I'm gonna make
God.
another
Oh, I
cat.
just thought cats just do
That
that.
just fucked me up.
Meow.
You didn't know that?
No,
I
they're
actually
having a
did.
bad time.
That's weird.
Oh,
No,
well, that
it's
makes
kinda-
so
Is it-
much
I forget
sense.
where I
You
heard
figured
that.
it out on your own, so I don't know.
No female
Dude,
cat.
you don't understand.
Question from the audience: why haven't any of us seen Chad eat? Why no one has seen you eat?
I
I
just
have.
ate before.
I've seen him eat
I had
tons
a
of times,
cherry
but that's
pie.
me. And he
You
did
had
have a
cherry
cherry pie
pie?
today.
Have you, Jen, seen Chad
I
eat?
never seen
Touching the
Chad
mic.
eat.
I haven't seen Chad eat.
He's a
Have
vampire.
you seen?
Not
you work
once.
beside him every day.
Not
He's a vampire.
once. I see this man every single day of my life.
You
Not
had to
once.
see me. You've been
Oh,
around.
Diet.
I've seen him eat, but I've known him forever.
Can you
So
describe his eating? Is there something there that needs to be hidden that you don't want to remark on?
he eats people because he figures if he eats people's fingers and limbs, he'll grow them himself.
Is this true?
I would try it if it worked.
He's like,
What?
that's a good idea. I'm
No,
gonna
why
try
not?
that shit.
You wouldn't care that it was people.
Fuck them.
All right.
They're probably wasting their fingers anyways.
Yeah, gotta get that finger
have
protein.
that.
That's right. Did I?
All right.
Yeah, it'd still be handicapped.
What am I gonna do with that? I don't even. I need
We got the
rest
same
of
look.
the
It's
arm.
almost the same.
I'm gonna have to eat like
Yeah,
the
Denz's
whole
finger
hand,
doesn't
arch your arm.
bend straight.
It is.
Well, I can't say bend. It doesn't go
So you
straight.
giving me a fucked up finger?
No, it does.
What?
That is
I know
weird
that's
how
such
it's
an
a finger.
insult.
It's like, here, I'll give you a car.
It's a finger.
broke, but
It doesn't
No.
drive, but you
it
can
just
have
needs a
it.
$5,000 motor.
Come on, babe. Give him one of your good fingers.
No, I can fix it. If we
Don't
take
give him
it
a good
to the
one.
table and put it
Yeah.
down, I'll fix it right up.
No, we're not doing that.
I could be a doctor.
Look,
I wonder if they could attach another finger,
Where?
like to the side of the
Right there?
yeah, on the other side of the
I'd
thumb.
rather you have two than that looking thing.
It's not a thumb.
I don't know how good it would work. I'm sure they could attach it, but to get it to live.
But then I would
and not
have a
die.
real
Right.
finger. That's all that matters.
Oh, okay.
There's a doctor somewhere that could do it.
Dr. Zhivago.
Somewhere.
He's probably in Germany or something.
Or Russia.
One of them places.
You go to Russia, you come back a whole
Dun, dun,
6'2".
dun, dun, dun.
You
Tom
come
Brady.
back 6'2".
I have fingers.
Black legs.
I wonder how much money it would take to fix you. Like, there's got to be a number. Like the scientists are like, we'll take on the challenge. Let's do
We'll
it.
$6
take on the
billion
challenge.
If you had
Let's
like
grow him a
fucking,
leg
what's
in a lab.
6
that?
million,
Elon
you
Musk
think?
We
money.
had a show when we were
What
kids.
could they do to him?
It was called the $6 Million Man. And the guy was some kind of Air Force pilot and he crashed and they rebuilt him bionic.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
And how long did he live for
right,
after
where's
that?
he at
I
now?
don't know. He probably
Dead.
ran out of batteries.
Yo, Max.
He's
Wi-Fi
probably stuck
disconnected.
somewhere.
He would like stop crimes and shit on the show. And when he was he could do super stuff. And when he was chasing a car, it was back then. They didn't have all this computer stuff. They would just have the car going and slow, and he'd be chasing after it, and they'd be like, "Mama,
And it was
Wait,
just
you're
somebody
talking about the
making
TV
those
show?
sounds.
I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about a real guy that they
No.
did that to.
Mama,
I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like the
And then
TV
he'd
show.
jump over a fence and be like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah,
You
wah."
never saw that cheap ass show?
No.
Look it up on YouTube. You'll laugh your ass off.
What is it called?
The Bionic
$6
Man.
million.
Oh yeah, $6 million Man, and then they had the Bionic Woman.
I think I seen Bag
They're gonna
Woman.
remake it with Mark Wahlberg, and I'm like, well,
And then it's gonna be really
$6
good.
million's not getting you very far in today's world.
Nah,
Yeah.
you get a finger.
Yeah,
That's it, one of these.
What did he have? 2 bionic legs and a bionic arm,
yeah,
and an eye.
Yeah.
In the eye. Cyborg.
And they would make that stupid noise every time he was using it, so you knew he was using it.
And then they had a bionic
Yeah.
woman, and she did the same thing. And I did a joke back in the day. I was like, because, you know, there are old people that would know who they were. And I was like, you think if the bionic man and woman had sex, they'd be like,
If you saw the show, that's very funny.
Yo.
But the show's so cheesy, you're gonna watch it and be like, I
dick?
can't believe people watched this shit back then. That's
Like
like
he
the
lost both
70s.
his legs. You think he had a bionic dick?
He must.
Did his dick miraculously survive?
They gave him one. I told him to build me one anyway. Just build me one.
Yeah, bionic.
Just
Yeah,
do it. Even
just
if it's
build me
okay,
one.
just make me a
Yeah.
new one.
Remote. Control with a remote.
He probably cut his own dick off. Give me one of the
Give me
bionic
one of
ones.
those over there.
I want a dick that goes. Bah, 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 bah.
I want
want
a
the
bionic
rocket
vagina.
What would you do with that?
Squeeze the shit out of things.
That would be fucked up. Like some guy goes to
Right.
Wouldn't it be like
She
well,
just
maybe
crushed
the
his
prehensile
dick.
dolphins where you
Ripped it
grab
off.
things like
Yeah.
remotes.
Okay.
Whatever
Get
that
over
is.
here.
See, that's what I would. If I was God, I would have made vaginas with that power. Like if a guy, if he's not
They
supposed to
kinda
be in there, they
still
could
do.
just close shop and rip his dick right off.
Just
No.
close shop.
Oh yeah, I love this.
They should have teeth.
Lockjaw.
Teeth would be nice.
Yes, and they're okay until
Teeth?
you get them. Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie about that
There-
or something?
When
There
you get
is
them
a movie about
pregnant,
that.
you don't need a test because when you and it's the one it eats
Destroys your dick.
Eats
Wait, I
it.
love
Wait a
this.
minute.
I love this.
Maybe you don't like
Yeah.
your dick, but
Well, I'm
I'm
just
kind of
saying.
attached to mine.
Vagina dentata, they call it.
There be
Me and Denz were talking about this the other day, and I want to know why they're all built the same. They all have like a straight up like dump truck.
And they don't want to give it to me.
And, like,
I don't know.
Literally
What?
think about all of these
That
types
you
of
know.
people that you know, all the studs that you know, if you know any.
I know a few, yeah. So what is the real question here?
The question is
Why?
Why
do
are they all
studs have
built
why
big butts?
why do studs have big butts, or do they all? Like, is it every single one of them?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's
And I don't
Seems
care
like-
that I say
alright,
bad
is
shit
it-
about them.
90% of them.
Is it
Science
90% of
says-
them?
I think the science.
There's
supports
always
her on
exceptions to the rule, though.
Hmm?
And I
it.
know
Science
one.
supports her on it.
I know
We should do a
I know a
general
skinny, tiny little one that looks
we
like
should do a
Gollum.
poll.
polling. All right.
Yeah.
Gollum.
Yes,
Precious.
All right.
pretty much, yeah.
Let's.
That's her, and she works, and she's got a girlfriend that's got a big, I mean, a fucking huge ass. She's got more ass than all four of us put
Wow,
together.
all these girls just keeping their asses off limits for you.
Not you.
No, this
I
is
wanna
my
get
old boss.
crazy in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because you know they can.
and her little sidekick was her girlfriend, and
They can handle any type of ass. Put it that way.
Charlie, why don't you send us home?
Okay.
Thank our viewers.
Thank you for tuning in for this wonderful adventure.
About butt stuff.
yeah, there was a lot of butt
What's
stuff.
this called again?
Butt stuff.
Who are these people?
Who are these people who talk about
I'm
butt
Charlie. This is Darnzel.
Darnzel.
This is Snowflake.
My name's not
And
Darnzel.
that's Bones.
And we'll see you
Tyler's on the camera.
My name's not Darnzel.
Yeah.
My name is Denzel.
Denzel Washington.
Darnzel.
stuff. Washington.
Seafood, yeah.
The real one, the other guy's fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
You better get that shit straight.